Today we're gonna make my personal favorite, black eyed peas turnip green soup. Some people call it swamp soup in Alabama, but this has always been my favorite. Anytime my mama would ask me what I wanted for her to fix when I was on my way home to Alabama, it would always be, please fix me some turnip greens or collard greens, pan of black eyed peas, purple whole peas, cornbread. That's my meal. So now it's become really popular to turn this into a soup. Several people have it in a cookbook. I think Brenda Gant's done it. Swamp soup is real popular down the Gulf Shores area. You can get it at some of the local restaurants down there. So this is my version. So got some butter in the pan. Already got some onions chopped up here. Gonna put them in to saute. And while those are sauteing, I'm gonna chop up this Connect sausage, which this is an Alabama sausage, Alabama company. They finally sell it in Arkansas. It's been up here about 5 years, but anybody I've introduced to this sausage, they love it. If you know, you know. This is what I used to walk into my grandma's house and she'd be cooking, and the smell is just unbelievable. So I'm gonna chop these up a little bit smaller since I'm doing soup. I can eat these things all day long, this sausage, because I love it. Matter of fact, I have to be careful because I eat too much, if there's such a thing. Here are my onions sizzling. So my family in Alabama grew, they all had big gardens, and well, I think my Uncle James still does, but that was always the thing my mom would have. They would always bring her stuff over and she would put it in the freezer so she'd have it all year long. It was always a great thing. So, love this kind of stuff. All right, I'm gonna add that sausage to it. Gonna let that simmer for just a little bit while I get my greens ready. Okay, that's been sauteing up. Onions look good, sausage looks good. Now, back at New Year's, I had made black eyed peas, turnip greens, collard greens, a little bit of turnips mixed in there, the actual turnip mixed in there. So I froze these. So I took these out and thawed these up today. So we're gonna mix that in with this mixture. I'm trying to figure out if I can dump this without making a mess. Let's see if I can. Oh, I can. So, dump that all in there. Put this back on the eye. Give that a good stir. I'm gonna let this simmer for a little bit, and then I'll do a little taste test and I'll see which way I'm gonna go from there. As you can see, the cornbread I made earlier in the video before is waiting for this delicious pot of greens. Okay, we're gonna finish up where we left off. This pot right here has got the greens, which, you know, can be a dirty word to some people, but my favorite. I have a little bit of black eyed peas because, again, this was left over from New Year's Eve. And then my sausage already going. So we're gonna bump this up, and now we're gonna turn this pot of greens into swamp soup. So to do that, you go ahead and add 1 container of your favorite chicken broth. Ooh, this smells so good. We're gonna add a can of navy beans. Get all that goodness out of that can. Those are thick. So navy beans, compared to the Great Northern beans, which we're also fixing to add a can of, are creamier and smaller. Another can, or a can, of the Great Northern beans. And as you can see, this pot is getting full. So let me move that out of the way. And then to finish it up, we're gonna add a pack of the Knorr's vegetable soup mix. it together. Stir it up in this big old pot of soup. Now that needs to simmer for probably about 20 minutes just to cook the ingredients that's in this soup packet. Oh, smell-o-vision. So that kind of turns that into a pot of soup now. And we'll make it a little bit friendlier for other people to eat that are usually say, well, I don't like greens. This time, it's gonna be so flavorful, you should try it. You should at least taste it. So we're gonna let that simmer and then we'll go from there. Okay, we've been simmering for about 20 minutes and we're gonna get us a bowl full of this. Good old swamp soup. And they generally put more of the liquid because they, down on the Gulf, serve this with hush puppies. But today we are doing it with the cornbread that I made yesterday. So here's my favorite way to eat my swamp soup. I put my cornbread right in. Let's give this a taste. It's hot. Oh yeah, that's got some good flavor. You can see that sausage, that good old Alabama Conecuh sausage. Get you a little bit of cornbread with that. Blow that off. You got to give that a try. It's delicious. Enjoy.